Hello folks, today this Honda Civic Type R will be having a CV joint replaced. The CV joint on the left side is the one that's gone bad. The wheel nut sizes are 19mm. The large nut on the end of the CV joint is a 32mm. Only the two strut nuts and bolts need to be removed now. The brake hose clamp bolt and the steering arm can be left alone. As CV joint replacements go, these are fairly easy to do. The strut nuts and bolts are 19mm. Sometimes the bolts get stuck and they need to be tapped out. There goes one. That's it. Now we just need to tap the CV joint through. Sometimes the CV joint gets stuck too, and I need to get a better angle on this one. Here I'm removing the metal clips off the CV boot so that I can push the boot back and then tap the CV joint off the shaft with a hammer. There's not a lot of room in here to swing the hammer, so it may take a few taps to get the joint off. I'm cleaning up the shaft here so that I can get a good look at it and inspect it for damage and examine the clip. Now the clip you see here is what keeps the CV joint from falling off the shaft. I tend to reuse the old clips if they're in good condition, and I keep the new ones that come with the CV joint as a backup in case I damage the clip that's on the shaft when I fit a new joint. That's just my way of doing it. You'll be able to make your own decision and use the old clip or the new one, whichever suits. Here we have a fairly typical CV joint replacement, complete with the boot and metal bands and a clip. and even the grease. Here I'm slipping on the new CV boot and the metal band. Here I'm squeezing the CV joint grease into the joint. Keep squeezing in the grease until you see it come up around the ball bearings around the edge. I'm going to fit the joint on the very end of the shaft, and then I'm going to reach in with a screwdriver and make sure that the clip, the circular clip, is sitting nicely snug against the joint, and that way it won't get damaged when I hammer the joint on. I'm just checking that clip now. I'm pushing the joint in and making sure the clip is sitting in nicely. You can't see that obviously, so you'll have to take my word for it. The reason I'm fitting the nut here is so that when I tap the joint in, I won't damage the threads on the joint. That's it. That went in easily enough. Now we can just check and make sure that the joint has actually gone in all the way and that no splines are visible, and also check that the clip hasn't broken. And as you can see here, that's a nice fit. The joint has gone in all the way and no signs of broken clips. I usually squeeze any remaining CV grease into the rubber boot. Now to fit the metal bands, we have a special tool for fitting these. Most of you at home won't have a special tool, so I'll show you the DIY way to do it. Basically what you do is pull the excess piece of band through, pull it tight with the pliers, and then fold it back on itself. Using a screwdriver helps to stop the band from spinning. I was just fiddling with the light here to try and get it in a better position. Okay, so here you can see what I'm doing. I'm holding the band with the screwdriver so it doesn't spin, then pulling the excess piece of band through and folding it back on itself. Now I'm tapping the band flat and tapping the little fold over tabs. Now I just need to trim the excess band. Now to do the same with the inner band. If you have any questions about this job or have any other car maintenance and repair questions, you're welcome to post them on our forum at DIYcarguide.com. Now I'm pushing the new CV joint into the hub. Some useless information for you now. This video was made on the 9th of May 2014 and is our 63rd video to upload to our channel on YouTube in the last 4 months. Fitting the new nut that came with the CV joint. replacing the strut bolts. You're going to get a great view of my right arm now in a minute. I should really have moved the camera to a better spot, but hindsight is great. I'm using a long bar to get better leverage and tighten the strut bolts more. I just don't like taking any chances on these bolts. They are, after all, very important. Using the long bar on the CV joint to make sure that's really tight. Here I'm staking the nut onto the CV joint. If you're watching this video on YouTube and you're finding it useful, please remember to click the like button, as it encourages us to make more of these videos. This brings us up to the end of another video. Thanks very much for watching.